Hey guys, day 3 in Australia, and this is it's a big day for me because it's the 15th of February and it is my 31st birthday. So I'm in a foreign country away from home and it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's not very articulate of me, but it's been an awesome day. Got up pretty early today and went out with the family I'm staying with to a local farmers market that happens every Saturday. Local town called Anguston. Um, it's all part of this. There's kind of a little triumvirate of three different villages very close by to each other, a couple of kilometres apart. Between them, barely scraped together, you know, 10,000, 20,000 people. So it's a pretty small community. And where I'm staying in a place called Tanunda, and the next one along is Anguston. So we went along to farmers market this morning. I got there for about just after 8 o'clock. I had the most amazing breakfast roll there ever. It was called just an Anguston burger, they called it. No meat burger, kind of hamburger kind of thing, but like local fresh bacon, egg, salads, this wonderful sourdough roll, and could pick your kind of chutneys and dressings you could put on. There was like a spicy one, and there was this amazing pear chutney. They had artisanal local roast coffee, which I don't know. There's if you've noticed, like in the coffee movement in the UK, I say coffee movement, yeah, it's a thing. That all the best baristas seem to be Antipodean, like they're from New Zealand, they're from Tasmania, they're from Australia. These guys really care about their coffee. So you go to a coffee stall in a farmer's market or anywhere in the UK in one of these market things, and it's usually just a guy with an espresso machine bashing out a few coffees and lattes. Now this was proper, like really good grade coffee. I just had a long black. I like to judge my coffees by their espressos and their long blacks. You know, purist. Yeah, right. But yeah, it was just amazing. I had a wander around all the local produce, like locally made teas, the breads. Oh my god, the breads just out of this world. Of like rosemary and salt focaccia, a fennel and something ciabatta, just delicious. There was a gluten-free stall, middle of nowhere. Effectively, I'm in a small village, and there's a gluten-free bakery stall, and it's not just a couple of kind of macaroons. This is proper bakery stuff. So my mum would have loved it. So it was really awesome. And then after that, we went for a wee drive around the Barossa Hills. There's pretty much only one. You head over to Anguston, and there's a long kind of circuit. It's where if when they do the tour down under, there's one big climb in Barossa, and this is it. So we drove around that, and there's a nice viewpoint out there, and we were able to see all across the valley. Thankfully, a little bit of clouds today, but pretty much clear. So really bright, really good visibility. And as we were looking around, you could actually see where about 3 weeks back, there were some brush fires that came through this region. They fortunately really didn't hit any of the vineyards, but they came really close. And there was one point you could actually see where the fires had come all the way down to a track, a man-made kind of track for vehicles, and on the other side of it was fields that hadn't been burned, and on the other side was where just the wind had blown it right up the valley. Unfortunately, the rains had really put a stop to that, but it was it was quite sobering to see that. And one of the paths we drove along, just burned out trees, husks of trees. You could see the charred roots in the earth, just where it had been affected. So it was kind of it's scary in some ways, and it's also really cool, just to see how fearsome nature can be. It's usually just lightning that starts these. It's so dry for months, and then crack of lightning just starts to spark and goes up. And sometimes it's arsonists, so you kind of hope at least it wasn't people that started this, but some cases it is. So, and then kind of went back to the ranch. Stopped off at a couple of roadside vineyards just to have a look at the grapes, just to see how they've been responding to the rains and now drying out, where they're swelling up. And they seem to have been swelling, but the ones that had decent canopy hadn't burst, so that bodes well for a lot of the people picking, so it means that actually there might not be too much damage caused by the rains. and then spent the rest of the day at the cellar door at Two Hands, so welcoming guests, seeing them down, giving them tasting notes, pouring them flights of wines, taking them through the range. I polished a lot of glasses, and I poured quite a lot of wines, and I joined in some of the tastings to begin with, just to get a feel of things, and then I started taking some of the tastings myself by the end of the day. So I really got stuck in. Had a great time, and yeah, finished that up at the end of the day after having tried pretty much some of the whites, some of the reds, some of the real flagship wines as well. All for free. Two Hands are pretty cool. A lot of the wineries around here, it's just absolutely free when you go in. Some have nibbles, some have some food as well. Through the week, the guys at Two Hands do food, pizza, so on, and kind of nibbles and stuff on the side. The weekend's just so busy that it's not practical for them to do that. But you do get little olive oil from the Claren Vale that's pressed and bottled by the guys from Two Hands, with some ciabatta bread and some 36-month cured jamon, Serrano jamon, imported, and it was just melt in your mouth stuff. And it went rather delightfully with their sparkling Moscato. And some of the wines were just, I've tasted them before, but it's really great to taste them alongside customers who I've just, and the amount of people as well, so busy. You think it's, you're in Australia, you're outside Adelaide, you're not in the middle of nowhere, but you've got to make a choice to come here. And it was so busy, and they were saying they see something like 16,000 people over the course of a year, which is just truly remarkable stuff. So, that all ended up for the day. Helped clean up, and then headed back to the ranch, such as it is, just to chill out for the evening. Enjoy the rest of my day with some homemade pizza, a couple of glasses of wine, and some Pixar. Yeah, Disney. Because, just how I roll on my birthday, 31, watching Disney movies like you do. But yeah, so tomorrow I've got a day off, and I'm going to be getting on a bike, which I'm borrowing from one of the guys I'm staying with, and we're going to go for a ride around the vineyards. Go visit some of the cellar doors. I've already got a list as long as my arm of places I want to go. I think there's over 80 cellar doors in the region. All of which I head in any one particular direction, and the furthest one away is probably about 30, 45 minute cycle ride. So I'm planning on hitting quite a few of these tomorrow. There's a cafe just down the road I spotted called Nosh, which apparently does some really nice pastries and coffees. So I thought I'd start off there, go visit maybe Peter Lehmann, Henschke, Torbreck, just names, Peter Sisek. There's just so much stuff. I don't even know if I mean Peter Sisek, but I think I do. I think I read his name on there somewhere. There's just a load of stuff I want to go see. Charles Melton. Some people will know what I'm talking about here. Some people will just be going, the words. So maybe I'll take a few snapshots when I'm out tomorrow. Take a few snippets of videos, try and edit something together, show you some of what I've been seeing, and then again maybe I'll completely forget. But yeah, so thanks for watching tonight, guys, or today, or whenever it is, whatever the hell time it is, wherever you are. I'll be uploading this tomorrow morning, so by the time you're reading this, I'll have been to sleep. It'll have probably been out already. Yeah, so, or maybe I'll just upload it now. Yeah, I think I'll just upload it now. So, guys, thanks for watching, and yeah, watch the space. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Dislike it if you didn't, and if you didn't, tough. I'm going to be making some more anyway. So, yeah, peace out, guys, and I'll catch you all tomorrow.